What is up, everyone? This will be my XinZhao video, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know on how to play XinZhao and climb. So for starters, XinZhao, there's a few build paths and rune setups. This page, we're going to be going, this game is going to be the Conqueror one. I've been going cut down with Jack of Trades, free boots a lot. I really like it. For builds, Eclipse, just Sunder Sky seems to be a very strong solo queue build that we will be going this game. And for clears, you can do red side 3 camps into gank, or you can do blue side full clear, which I think full clearing is honestly not that bad on XinZhao. It's very easy to get into the mindset you have to gank your champions like super early game. But it's actually quite the opposite. Sometimes on these relatively early game junglers, it's actually better sometimes to farm. This game, I think we might have an opportunity. So we're going to start E at level 1. Interesting. And W level 2. So it's always E level 1, W level 2. Even if you start blue side, you want to do W level 2. Just speeds up your clear. It's very good. And there's a lot of mechanics in XinZhao that people think he's really easy, but he's actually not as easy as you may think. He just has a lot of information that you have to learn. So for me, I see bot side fight. Okay, whatever. They get a cheese play off. Echo, it's actually not good for what Echo wants to do, right? Because he has to start his camp much later. So that's something we could potentially take advantage of. So what I want to do is get level 3 and just be ready to kind of like play aggressive and fight. But here I think Malzahar might ward me. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I think Echo is in a vulnerable position, I would say. And I want to see if I can capitalize on his early base. So here I see blue's down. Gromp is down as well. He's on blue. So we're going to punish him here for a bit. We're going to pull the blue and then look to go on him around the corner. This is fine. We should win it still. So we're just going to go on him. You know, level 2 to level 3, there's a big difference in power. So it's something you can always capitalize on. Malzahar looks like he wants to come, which is funny because I will just go on the Malzahar, and that's always a good answer. I can always flash the Zillion Bomb. Good flash hook. Not really, you didn't have to flash. And you know, just amounts to a really good play for us. So what we do is go Eclipse. So if you want to go Eclipse, we have to get the pickaxe. First, if you don't have enough money, Warhammer is also very good. I mean, this is just a good aggressive play. But after you do something aggressive, you have to find windows to farm, right? Like, it's easy to get this really early, you know, this really straightforward play, but we have to find the windows to farm. So I know Echo, he died bot side. He didn't come back bot side. So what does that mean? He's top side. He's either on crab or he's farming his top side here. So here I see him up there on me. I did say I want to farm, but I also think if he uses E here, it's in a very delicate position. Here I'm going to just check to see if he's on his red, which looks like he is. I'm very strong with my buy advantage, so we're just going to keep chunking him. Get his flash here, and then look to go on him as well. And once we get the kill, we're going to go on Kennen. So close to level 4, but unfortunate. Okay, now we farm. Okay, listen. You should be farming, right? I mean, getting kills, it's good though. I'm in a happy spot. Why? Because I'm taking out the other jungler. If you take out the other jungler, he's going to cry like a little baby, and that's good for you. But now I really need to farm. So we will need to farm. What do we need to do? Well, let's get the blue Gromp side. That's very good for us to get. Echo's been damaged enough. He's damaged goods. We don't really have to worry about him anymore. So let's just go and prioritize our jungle camps, right? Echo's not allowed to farm. That's good. So what we need is to kind of start to farm our necessary camps. So here I'm going to always start the next camp. As I'm kind of like moving between, I'm trying to like get my next camp going. And what I'm looking for is just very easy lanes to gank. Like when you're playing XinZhao, you don't want to really go for hard ganks. Generally because you are relatively good at scaling. You have a really good job at getting on people, but sticking can be a bit tricky until later. The reason is your cooldowns are extremely long early game, so sticking can be hard. So you don't want to be really taking risky fights. So there, if your W hits something like the large raptors, for example, like that, it actually gives you the extended range. So your W is the key to this champion, right? You need to hit W. You need to extend the range. Here, Malzahar is 5. He's not 6 yet. I like to capitalize on these champions that are not 6. So what we're going to do is dash on him, Q, charge up, slow him here, and just get the kills. Here I want the last hit too. And this is just a window to capitalize on. Okay, if they start dragging, Listen, if an Echo or relatively, like, you know, a jungler starts dragging that early, they're going to be too low to contest. So I feel really confident just straight up starting it. I also feel extremely confident just taking his jungle right now. Even though I have Smite up, I want to save Smite for potentially the red if he's here. So if I think there's a chance Echo bases and he goes to, like, you know, his red side, he'd probably come here. I don't see him here, so I think, okay, maybe he's not here. So I'll just take his red. If you're ever stealing enemy jungle, always drop a ward in that brush. You can. Here, actually, I'm going to finish it. Because I think it's just dead. You can just go on him. Get the R off. Kennen is not that close, so I think I could just kind of entertain this a bit. Damn, Alawi, you just have to press one button. One button, Alawi. Why don't you just press R? But overall, like, I didn't really have to go that deep. You know, I got the red. I didn't have to R2. Why did I do it? Because I'm Giga Chad, but it's okay. You don't have to play like that. So how I want to play is actually do the Void Grubs. And we might have took too long because of the shenanigans. It may be gone already, but because Echo is really low, we can potentially check on that. Malzahar coming, obviously something we have to, you know, account for. Enemy mid can always roam. But I really do want to get the Void Grubs. Echo could come. It looks like Echo was on it and he just could not survive. That's really good for us. So here we're going to farm up and just make sure we have our money. Void Grubs are really good. Like XinZhao, similar to Rek'sai, really good early game jungler that can scale relatively well if you know how to play him. The early game is really powerful as long as you know who you're going on. I think a big weakness is something you may see me doing this game a lot is maybe overly going too deep, right? So when you play XinZhao, just try not to go as deep unless you really know that it's an easy kill. Because your cooldown's extremely long early game. Something that your Q reduces 1 second of, but until you get 5 points into W, you're not going to get that second W. And a lot of times to actually continue chasing people, you need the second W. And that's something you're going to get around level 9 with your Eclipse Under Sky. That's going to be a really big spike. So here I have a few options. Do I base and go for Eclipse? Well, I have enough, so I'm always going to do that because I think it's a very important early game item. So if I have enough for it right now, I cleared my one side. I kind of put the job. I kind of got rid of the job part of farming. So now I'm going to go into like more of the aggressive play category. So here we're going to go for aggressive play. I'll get a pink. If I had enough for a long sword, I'd probably gone sword. Second item is generally Sunder Sky. Third is really flexible. I've seen really good angles with Frozen Heart. I think Cleaver is really good as well. You know, you could just go Sundered Sky, Cleaver, DD build. I think it's a very, very optimal and very good. So here, I always, like, if I want to do something after I base and come here, I always just get the red. And the reason why is the red is just going to give me a really good amount of, you know, potentially chase and kill. So I do get the red. And now I want to do something aggressive, which is good for me to do because I have Eclipse. Now I just kind of do something like this. So here I think bot lane is too safe. So I'm going to avoid going towards bot right now. I'm going to check just vision, general vision. Check timers on camps. See maybe bot lane greedy base here. I'm going to smite her. Maybe get the knock up here. Damn, my Q just ran out. Very deep again. Very deep again. That could have been a bit differently. I mean, I just wanted to get something down on that window. I wouldn't say it's a bad play. Here, you're against AP mid, AP jungle, honestly AP top 2. It's just a Merktrez angle. I think now with Merktrez by, I'm unkillable. And what we saw on the vision was actually Echo was walking into our top side. So I think he's on the blue. So if he's on the blue, well, that's my blue. And I'm also extremely giga strong. So I need to stop this. So I'm going to walk in. He might have already gotten it, which it looks like he's getting. But I think with Xerath, we can actually do something here. If he wanted to. But it looks like he's not doing anything. So that's fine. I think playing Dragon's important here. So what I'm going to do is just try to get the mouse passive. And then I'm going to go towards bot side here. So I'm going to play for bot side now. I think them walking through this way is actually bad. So I think this is really good for Xerath. I think here is actually fine. Even if he Rs me, just like what you saw right there, there's no fight. There's nothing for him to get. Just an easy, clean one shot. One here is hovering just to kind of see. saving my dash to see what Echo's up to. Very surprised he's going to try to fight this. Take a really short trade. Now we're going to go on him. I'm going to go for the kill here. With the Xin R, you take pretty much no damage. You can just Giga Shot. Go for the knockup. Guarantees the W damage. Remember, if you have the third Q and your W's up, just go for the third Q hit and then it's just guaranteed everything. You're living a good life. You're living a really good life. That's exactly what we did there. So pretty happy with that situation. The bouncing between the two, really important here. Now I'm going to go for the base timer. Really good base. Grubs are up again. Like I said, XinZhao, once you get this Eclipse Spy, he really is a god in early game. You have to kind of play around that window. And obviously when you're in the position that I am in, I am the superior jungler, superior player. We do not give up objectives that we should be able to fight for, right? Like if I think I can just walk in here 1v3, I'm 100% not going to give him the Void Grubs. Which 100% we can do because we have a really good game going for us. So he might actually already be on it. He might sneak one, but I'm here for the finale, which is to get the rest of them, right? If he gets one here and there, it's whatever. You really do need to play around objectives though. Like if you want to win, as a jungler, just be aware of objectives. You don't have to be on every objective every time. He could be here, so he might be doing a sneaky play here. Red is gone. Rugs are potentially up. Get his R, that's good, because for him to re-enter, it's extremely dangerous now. Watch him. Watch the Malzahar, because the Malzahar flanking is a problem with Kennen coming. So I think he might still come, which is good, because, well, what do we know for sure? We know his R is down. And his R is down is a really good thing. There's two things he could do. He could base, instantly go bot side, or he could just try to steal my jungle. Sometimes dirty dogs like, you know, an Echo player might try to steal your jungle, so you always check. He did steal, so there's a 50-50 chance he's on my wolves. So here we want to punish this. We need Xerath to move though. Just a slow Xerath. Just a W would have done the trick. Not going to let him get the crab. Obviously, I'm playing a very personal game. You can get those two camps, Echo. You can get those two camps, but I'll see you later, my man. You got entire bot side jungle you got to farm. And if I see the Zillion and the Ashe there, trust me, buddy. Trust me on it. I'm going to be there. Once I see them go back bot lane to farm, oh, I'm there. Alright, they're playing too safe right now, though. Problem is the Malzahar. As much as as a superior player that I am, there's nothing I can really do if he just Rs me. So I have to just too much absorb the Malzahar, which I cannot really do right now. Fighting though is good, so I want to fight, but I have to group up with my team to fight. So I'm gonna ping on my way. And I think Echo will come fight after, so I'm here for more of the cleanup. It's a really easy one-shot. I like the fight on Malzahar here, so I might go for the Malzahar. He's very dumb. We really got to capitalize on the low brain cells of the enemy team. It's gonna R here, so I'm waiting for the R. And very clean cleanup. We're happy with that. We're happy. We take that cash. Really close to our second item. Second item is a huge spike for us. We're gonna base here. I'm very happy with this situation. We take these. Once I'm in a position like this, I still play farm. I always try to clear. Like the general rule, like for me personally, like the rule that I have when I'm jungling is to, you're a ganking jungler like XinZhao relative, you want to clear like one side and then look for a play, or go for the play and then clear a side. You don't want to just AFK full clear, because you're just not fast enough in that regards to really, you know, do exactly what that is, you know. So you have to kind of play Either play like this one camp into the enemy bot side and play for his jungle, or, you know, like just really think about your jungle. So here, actually, what I think we could just break bot tower. I think they're too weak. I think breaking bot tower is good here. I think going on the Ashe is also good. We'll reset the tower aggro and then go on her again. I think she could volley here, but if I snipe her with a W, she's also dead. Reset my E cooldown. I could follow, but not really. It's not worth it for me to follow. And we do, like, what this play I just did, this is just like getting the pressure to break the tower, right? At this point, it doesn't really matter how waves are. You just have to start to win. You just have to start breaking the towers down. And it's just important for you as a jungler. Like, if you have gotten bot winning, you have to start to open up the map, right? And that's a big thing that I'm doing right now, is just, you know, opening up the map, crushing bot lane, getting the objective, and then next I will have to do, you know, pretty much the exact same thing. I'm not waiting for the enemy team to be the one to dictate how the game should be played. I'm using my sort of power and my advantage to be the one to really control the map scene. Here, this is a situation where I don't mind a little chunk here and there. Just to get a little, just so he remembers me. Very brave Echo. Now we kind of lose someone, but also feel like being in this side of the jungle is going to be really good power for us. As long as we pressure here, we should be good. Oh, shit. No! I was hoping to get that third hit off. That vision gap was just disgusting for me. Obviously, I'm playing a bit psychotic. But who isn't nowadays? So here, we're talking about them being really AP heavy. I could just go into Maul. Honestly, I should go into Maul in this situation. I don't think it's a Sterix game. I think magic resist is what the primary stat. They are triple AP. If they're triple AP, you do want to go into MR. That's kind of what you want to capitalize on. So that's what we're going to do this game. And from here, I'm going to go top side. I'm going to get whatever jungle camps we need to get. I'm just going to play the map as slow and steady as we can. It's really important when you're jungling too. Just always look at the map. I'm like glued to the map. Like my mini map, I just keep tracking it. I'm very much... Hell no. I'm very much all about mini map control. Here, I'm just going to start the Herald. Do the crab, do the Herald. Hell no. Hell no, I'm not done. I ain't hear no bell, Chief. I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell, Ash. I didn't hear no bell. Yeah, just a very simple fight. You really want to incorporate good mechanics to your fight, target selection. Really, if you can stick on them, like a big thing about Xin is, you know, once you get this sort of build path, you just really got to stick on the targets. Even in that situation, you saw me flash, for example, on the Ashe. Just because I really needed to just start my auto cycle, right? Your passive heals every third hit too. That's like a big thing that, you know, you're just going to capitalize heavily on. So here, I still think I'm going to go Maul. Ashe is like their physical, but like realistically, I mean, it's not going to hurt much. And I'm just going to stack HP. I'll probably go for a pink ward. I like keeping, you know, my yellow trinket. I advise a lot of you just to keep yellow trinket. I think in solo queue, it's better to have yellow and then switch to blue if you like blue. But red sweeper, you're really not going to utilize it all that well. So I find yellow and blue to be better. So here my goal is to really just fight and be playing for objectives. We have dragon in a minute. Always, you know, you should always be ready for objectives like dragon by 1 minute. You have to have it in your mind. Like, am I fighting the dragon? Are we doing anything about the dragon? It should all be in your mind by one minute in. Here's just a really good window for me, you know, just to kind of slow down and farm, right? This is just a farm window. You saw, why is it a farm window? Nothing's up. We got a really good fight, right? You just got to find your farm windows. Or it's a kill window sometimes too, just as you saw. And it's a kill window, baby. We take the kill. We take it. We take it so good. So good. Objective is still to play for dragon. We also want our waves to be in a really good spot. So far, it looks like our waves are okay. Mid is pushing. So I'm just going to secure the objective. In a lot of games, my build will kind of incorporate these items like Death Stand Small. And also another good armor item is Frozen Heart and Cleaver, right? So that's like your core build. I'm not big on Sterix as much as solo queue. If you're playing to really carry, I think you just want ability haste and some just really high damage items. Generally, I don't really go Maw this much, right? But because we talked about triple AP, that changes the dynamic of the game. We're a big thing, triple AP. I want to start pushing this wave. I want all our waves to be good. I think a lot of times you're going to have really bad laners who don't know how to like push out waves. So sometimes your job is going to be to kind of get these waves out. And after 20 minutes, I really like, if you want to carry as a jungler, these sort of waves are really huge, right? They give you full experience. There's a debuff that goes away after 20 minutes. So you're really able to kind of capitalize and make a lot of money and experience. I'm charging up my stun to the quick, kind of knock up the timer. You know, very, very easy once you stack him more in the right situation. Uh-oh. And, you know, don't take too many risks. Like, I think I'm a bit low. I don't really know if I want to stick around for heralds. And always, after doing a really good push like that, really always go into the enemy jungle and steal as many camps as you can. Like, don't always steal the other guy's camps, right? Because at this point in the game, when you're stealing their camps, it's literally twice the value than farming your own. Denying their camps in this situation is double the value. Red's a bit late, so I just really want my cleaver buy. And we'll go from here. At this point, I have cleaver. I feel really strong. I feel like I'm a pretty big threat for damage. Even if they start to stack a bit of armor, my cleaver helps me shred. And I'm just a really good front line, so my team's in a really good position. So we're just going to play around that. Very strong, as you can see. And because like we're all like in base, this is sort of like downtime. What do you do in downtime? We talked about, we just go back to farming, right? Even though I'm not like a farm jungler, it's still kind of important. I like to clear like one side, right? A farm jungler would want to full clear and do everything, like a Karthus. But like a gank jungler like me, what I like to do is just half a side, and then I go aggressive. Or sometimes really just go aggressive first, and then, you know, the other half a side. Now I'm gonna clear out their wards. Once I R, all range champions pretty much can't touch me. I'm not about that life, Ash. I ain't about that life, man. That should be game, though. Well, I hope you learned a lot in this video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck in the games. Good luck in the climb. Definitely check out my streams and follow my channels and everything. Yeah, I took a little break from uploading. I'm going to be uploading again daily. Good luck on all your things. Actually, I don't think they're going to end. We got one more fight in us, lads. I think you might be honored for one more XinZhao scrapperoo. Last item in this situation. I mean, are we still taking a lot of magic damage? We are. But Zen is potentially good in some spots. Just gonna sit on a Negatron. Witsen, it's good pairing with Maw when you're against like a heavy AP comp. So this game, I think I'm a heavy AP comp, so I'm gonna go Witsen. Plus tenacity does feel good having two sources. You could do Baron in this situation. It could be fine, but my team doesn't really look like the Baron type. They seem very concentrated on different things, which is okay because we have Dragon Soul too. There's a lot of ways to win a game. In this situation, we could easily play for, Dragon Soul. I could just go down mid and just do what God wants me to do. It's what God intended. They could Mouse Arm, Zillion Army, so it's not really something I want to entertain right now. Killing the Echo is good. We're just going down bot here is good too. I really need to get the mouse passive, right? That's a big thing. I mean, at any point I can just literally do this. You take no damage, right? Alright, GG. Hope you guys liked the video. If you're like, subscribe. See you next time. Good luck in the game.